I love trial day. I love trial day. Yo, thank you, Aki Kokala. I probably said that so wrong. Karma. That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. Why? He hasn't lost a single case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. They said the same thing about you, Edgeworth. And I beat you 3 times. Twice. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. Aha, see. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So, he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty. What a creep! Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me times 20. That number just keeps going up, dude. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god amongst prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia, Maya, we could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh, I can't. Sorry, I really tried, but I couldn't reach her. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. Oh, why haven't you been doing your training? You should have found a waterfall. I hope so. She'll go into shock at some point. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in, Miles. December 26th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 3. Yeah, I can start one if you want to do one alt 90s. Bam, right there. Open giveaway. All right, going back into the game though. I'll pull a winner at the end of the case, or at the end of the chapter, at the end of the trial day. At the end of today's trial day, I will pull a winner for this gift sub. Oh, there he is, man. There he is.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready?
Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared?
Right. My apologies.
He's even got the judge scared.
Very well. Your opening statement, please.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve. I'd say around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At about 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went toward the boat rental shop. Alright, overhead map added to the court record. Testify to the court about your arrest. Now.
Wait, Mr. Von Karma.
Yes?
Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need. No.
There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
Yeah, yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not. Dude, that guy's intimidating. Okay. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect of him anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, he doesn't sound like... Okay.
Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now.
I mean, it is the right order. All right, let's take a look at our evidence real quick. So I got the camera that would automatically take a picture with a loud noise. I have the autopsy report sometime on the 24th or 25th. 1 bullet shot to the heart. Taken automatically at 12:15 which was 1 photo. I only have 1. I have a photo of Misty Faye. I have the Gordy article. Let's take a quick look at it. What does it say on it again? I forget what this thing said in it, but the caption said something about a loud noise at the same time that they took this picture. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. And then the map. Okay. We are headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. How long did it take? How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is, get there quick.
Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Do that and you'll be able to look forward to your next salary review.
Man, everyone... everyone says that to him.
There's no time for daydreaming. Continue.
Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. No one else? What about the man who called? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really.
Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts.
Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors.
Detective! The court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock.
I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue now.
But next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally.
Judge, here is the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts the bullet into evidence.
Pistol bullet added to the court record. But we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I want to look at that. I want to look at this pistol bullet. Fired from a .22 caliber pistol. Okay. What? Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in a boat. The murder weapon? A pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was the decisive evidence. Well, Hole, I haven't gotten this. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? There's the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. Well, there was fingerprints on a pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Yo. Let me check my record. Let me check my record. The man who's holding this, I can't really tell, man, but it looks like they're holding it with their left arm. That's all I want to say.
Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accepted into evidence. Thank you.
Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective! Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking! To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Tisk. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me? Ahem. Ballistic markings are like fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves a distinctive mark on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from the pistol. The pistol which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! Oh, this is bad. Makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge?
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare the verdict at this point. However,
you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge!
Yes.
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess?
Wait.
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man!
Yes! Ahem. I'm his bitch, so we're gonna take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. That foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in this photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. The other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. You were there! Bro, you were there! Work with me here. Say, Maya. Huh, what? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. I know,
I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? Man, she's being real. Now she feels down on herself. If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here right now. I gotta boost her spirits, man. I gotta boost her spirits. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right! Don't jinx the case any worse than it already is! It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Man, I feel like we don't give Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright enough credit for how ripped they are. Like, those guys fill out these suits really well, man. Like, they look good. You know? Like, they look good.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university? That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw that night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand.
Well, very well. Your testimony, please.
Witness account. Okay, here we go. Well, it was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car, and I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then, there was this other bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder.
Damn.
Order! Order! I will remove you from the court if you do not have order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Order! 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 I will have order!
Well, Judge?
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well. The court finds the defendant.
Objection! Wait, Your Honor! I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination?
We have photographic proof! My, what question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words and they all read guilty.
You lose, Phoenix. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions, and you will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of the court.
Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? Alright, what did she say? She said she heard 2 gunshots. I don't know, man. Ugh. I'm gonna say there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right. Let's take him on. Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Tisk, tisk, Hisk. Very well.
I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
Yeah, because fucking Karma's got you gripped by the balls, Judge. You'll do whatever he says. Alright, well, it was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. Press right there. Were you watching the very moment that shot rang out? Well, yeah. Sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Dude, he has like a really scary sounding objection soundbite in this game. Look at the way her head goes down when at that part too. Like, if anything's a hint in this testimony. I was in my car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Yeah, give me more info. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing, and I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
What? Wait now! I'm the one who says that!
Very well, then say it already.
Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Heard this bang come up from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the victim. Or witness, sorry.
Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal could be. That sounds pretty sure. Alright, here's the thing. What about, this was taken on the 24th, wasn't it? And something was in the water. I don't know if that falls down. This is weak. This is weak evidence, but I might try it. I'm gonna try it. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounded like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
That's what I'm...
Sustained!
Yes, of course.
Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There weren't any contradictions in there. Sorry, Nick, if only my sister were here. My ass really taking this hard. Might as well get the last bit of info. It was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Well, yes.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really?
Alright. All I can think of right now is the fact that we have one picture, but two bangs. So I'm gonna present it. Objection! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this. Oh, it's giving me the generic. No.
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Whoops! That didn't go over so well. Yeah, the autopsy report mentions one bullet shot to the heart, so the two bangs is suspicious, but I'll try it. I'll try it. Nah, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Dang it. Alright. Damn, the judge is not doing me any favors right now. Present the camera? I guess I can present the camera, yeah. Dude, I'm losing all my exclamation marks on this one part. That's 3. Shit. Court's not going so hot right now. Saw 2 gents in a boat. The only contradiction I really feel like I have here is that she gave us one picture. She gave us one picture, but there were 2 bangs. I have Gordy stuff. With the map right here, she definitely could have seen everything. Yeah. Fired 3 times? Hold on a second. What? I never even looked at the pistol. The pistol was fired 3 times? Okay, let's try that. She never gave us the second picture is what I'm saying. We don't have the second picture. We only have 1. All right, I'm gonna try presenting the gun. Objection! Aww. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the 2 gentlemen? Just look at that picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh, it's foggy. What do you mean? Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There is also a photo. Now you'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor! You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court.
And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick! Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. Oh, I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered the evidence sufficient to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Hold it!
Who was that?
It was me. Maya, is something wrong?
Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, do you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge,
Declare the defense in contempt of court.
yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No! Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ah, what's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong, Von Karma. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right
to cross-examine her again. Yeah.
Order! Order! Order!
You're in contempt of court! It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. You gonna stand up to him for once?
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to the cross-examination of her.
But he is in contempt of court! No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Aya Fei, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya! I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness. Oh, and I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here, or else.
Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination.
The last statement. Well, I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Uh-oh. Yeah, I got it. That's it. That's her new testimony. But I look at this picture. Objection! And as you may note, dear friends, she's been got. We got you. We got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? This photograph, Miss Hart, look at it real quick. The photo I took? The very same. Yes. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with a professional, high-quality film. Yet, it could not even capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth? How? How?
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart,
What?
could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please, testify as to the circumstance of your sighting.
Oh, I did it! I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. All right. Here we go. Well, you're right. It was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked out with my binoculars. See, no problem. Bullshit. Why are you lying, Lotta? Just to be in a trial, just because the thrill excites you? You bitch. You nasty lady. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night, and the mist was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. All right. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is.
Nobody loves me. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. He's trying to prevent the slip out of the information about the camera taking pictures on noise. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday, you were mentioning that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope and not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of the meteor shower? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the line of questioning. But know this! If you find nothing, you have to eat a turkey sandwich with old turkey meat. Because you have...
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Oh, hell yeah. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. You know, this is perhaps the key to the entire case, and therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Okay, then why is it pointed at the lake? Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. Not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. All right. So the camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Okay, I only have one exclamation mark left, but this is the suspicious thing, man. The camera's set up to take pictures of a meteor shower, so why would it be sound activated? Meteor showers don't go bang, right? I'm presenting the camera. Objection! Yes! Yes! You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
What? Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
Your Honor, take a look at this. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down to the lake trying to photograph Gordy. What's my proof? What would my proof be? I can't can I investigate this? Yeah, I guess the sound sensitive camera. Yeah, we do have proof. We have lots of proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please.
Here is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster.
Yeah, I guess the camera. The proof, Miss Hart,
is your own camera. Huh? Your camera was set up to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here was taken when a gun was fired on the lake. And here, in this article about Gordy, according to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers this smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me, and here's the kicker, guys. So what? So what? What does this prove for me? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time trying to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Well, hey there! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true, you were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, and I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching from Gordy for the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Oh, something will change.
It has to. And I'm going to spot it.
It's the intense interrogation music. All right, this is when shit gets real. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out to the lake. There wasn't much else to see, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. It was looking right at the boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Objection. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before.
Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, and I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
Ah, that would be a first. Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there's no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Is this understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Then why did you lie? Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm high-faultin enough to be called manner or anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep. You gotta get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year, and guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I sort of had a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Well, imagine what a scoop it'd be if I'd got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on local news Rumor of the Month show qualifies. Last month's show was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win.
Let's keep moving, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor. That's when I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a friend at a university. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep, so how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. They're trying to bait me in right there. That's all I was hiding. I'm gonna press that statement. I think it's high time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah, is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually, Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to the case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. This is suspicious, because wouldn't you be scanning the lake? For Gordy? Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What'd I do now? Where are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness! Continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash. Near one of the man's hands, I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but a boat at this time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass. And nobody was on the shore neither. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma in any other way. There has to be something. I only have one chance, man. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. So I just watched the boat the whole time. See, the only thing I can think right here is, if I present the Gordy article, then it's like, why would you be focused? But where do I present it's the question. I don't want to present it at the wrong spot. Here, we've really focused on the fact that she was, there for Gordy, right? And if she's only watching the boat the whole time, then she's not looking for Gordy when she heard a noise. And since she doesn't know what a gunshot sounds like, the thing she heard could have been Gordy. So why would she not be scanning the lake? Why would she be focused? I'm trying it. You know what, Lotta? I'm sick of your shit, Lotta. I'm sick of your shit. Miss Hart. Miss Hart. Were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing there, and any normal person had been looking at it. Now, I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order.
Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy. That's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sorta take my binoculars and kinda scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might have been out there and all.
Miss Hart! Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just, I thought I could be a witness to a murder and all. Kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey. Y'all got that y'all got the photograph. Y'all got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and, Witness! That's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. You really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality it might, but should let us see who's who. My God. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? Oh, I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. Yo, this is my chance. If I'm wrong, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. But you know what? We have no other place to go from here. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? Y'all were the ones who asked me not to show it in court in the first place, y'all fool. Can't he be held in contempt of court now? Can't I make that argument?
What is the meaning of this, Von Karma?
Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us that enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is. Whoa. Yo, this is what we needed. The gun has his right hand fingerprints. Look at this little hint-a-rooney for you guys. If you forgot from earlier, pistol bears prints from Edgeworth's right hands, but let me let you guys know that is a left hand. Look at this. Well, if I was facing this way, and this is a mirrored image, so it's my right hand, but that's a left hand. That is a left hand holding that gun. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
It could be the defendant. Maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence.
Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it.
I suppose that means the cross-examination is over!
Obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examine of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence and a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait! It's not supposed to go like this! There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad.
Oh, show other evidence. Show other evidence. Wait a minute, Your Honor. This evidence. I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence.
Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps.
This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What might that be?
Mr. Wright,
You will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
all right, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge just what's strange about this photo. It's gotta be this right here, man. Here, Your Honor. The shooter. I'm not sure I understand. Look at the hand that's holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence.
This man's left hand does what?
Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Bam, Your Honor! It's right here. The evidence is quite clear. The man in this photograph is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Edgeworth! Rabble, 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 rabble!
Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely! As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. Let's try the victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order! So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. You know what? I kind of follow on Phoenix's train of thought too. First of all, Edgeworth. Edgeworth kind of said it as well. He was kind of hinting towards it. And while he didn't give us like full explanations of what's going on, he pitched it. Now, secondly, there were multiple pictures. There were multiple bangs. Something else could have happened there. Thirdly, I feel like it kind of matches it. You know, maybe the defendant or maybe the lawyer felt so much guilt. He brought Edgeworth to, and this is all just like me making up a story. This is not what happened, but maybe, just maybe, the defendant, Hammond, from before, from the DL16 case, or the DL6 case, perhaps Hammond felt so guilty about, setting free the man who killed Edgeworth's father, that he took his own life. You know, he has some harsh past business going on here. So that's my thought process here, guys. That's how I'm thinking about it. But then again, that is literally just the ramblings of me. Indeed.
That does seem to be the only remaining opinion, or option.
I am so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course! I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report has been updated, I guess. I want to look at it right now. Shot from approximately 1 meter away with a single bullet. We gotta remember that part too. Single bullet.
I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend my proceedings of this trial for today. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. Court is adjourned.
All right, we made it out pretty strong there. We're hanging on by a thread, though, dude. That was rough. Yeah, that's about 1 meter. 3 feet's about 1 meter for everybody who's not American. Woo, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about 1 meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh, right. Yeah? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That is all. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear you say that, jerk. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Okay, alright, good. I love when they give us that. Oh, to be continued. So it looks like we're gonna go investigating more next time. Oh, man. This one's got me excited, dude. This one's got me real excited. This is fun. Dude, Edgeworth definitely didn't do it. Oh, man. Von Karma came prepared, but luckily, Lotta spilled the beans and got that enhanced picture, and we know that Edgeworth didn't do it now, right? Right?